Hey y'all, welcome to the very first video of being a member here on my Patreon account. Thank y'all for wanting to be interested in learning Procreate. I'm excited to teach you the basics up to intermediate levels. For the very first video, we're going to learn about learning layers, what you can do with layers, how to create layers, how to fill in color in layers, and so on and so forth. So you have received a file since you become a member of my drawing of an outline of a cross. Get that dirt off of there. And what you'll do is you will import that into your Canva, which is this little tool up here in the corner. You'll click on Add, insert a photo, find your photo, and it'll be put right here. So let me fix that. There we go. All right, and your background color, you can turn that off and see that there is no background behind this cross, that it is just the outline. So first thing I'm going to show you is pretty much what all of these tools are used for. This is your color. You got the disc, the classic, harmony, value, palettes. I normally stick with the palettes because there's so many options in here, and you can create your own palette. So whatever color is selected up here, you can throw it in your own palette. You can rename your palette like that. So we're just going to name it tutorial, even though I may not use all three of them colors, but just an example that you can name your own palette. You can place them as cards as well, or compact. I like to keep it in compact. That way I have, you know, so many options to choose from, and I can see them better, yada yada. So anyways, I am Hannah Martin. Most of y'all who have become members may know me already. And you know that I am not a professional, and that you will get my southern slang in these tutorials. I may mess up on something. I may skip a step and have to say, whoops, you know, I got to go back and, you know, reverse myself and be like, okay, nope, go back and do that again. So this is all raw, no filter. So we're going to get started from here. So you see we just have the outline layer of this cross. Well, we're going to duplicate this layer, and we're going to make a where you can have a whole solid cross. So if I was to drop color inside of this, then you're still going to see your outline layer, but when you go to put stuff on, you know, design, wallpaper, anything like that on the purple, it's going to cover up your outline. We don't want that. So what you're going to do, and also if you are not aware, 2 fingers tapping the screen will undo, 3 fingers will redo. So we're going to undo that. And what you're doing now is you're going to swipe to the right, hit duplicate. This is your duplicate layer of your outline. So what I like to do is I like to cut off my main layer, or you can lock it. But I like to just cut it off. That way I know I'm working with the only layer that is on right now. And with this layer, what you're going to do is you're going to take your color and you're going to change the color to the outline layer. And you're going to drag and you're going to drop. That gives you a solid color cross. No outline at all on this layer. And then you go back to your color palette, and you'll choose a color that you want to have as your cross. So I'm going to go with this purple here, and I'm going to drag and drop. All right, so we have one solid color cross here, no outline. Now, you cut this back on, you see your outline. We're not going to work with that. So when you're working with layers, you'll want to make sure you keep your layers separate, because if you keep your layers separate, you can always go back to them and edit them. But if you was to push these two together, you wouldn't be able to edit just the inside of the cross. So we're going to put this as inner layer. And to rename, you click on your layer, hit rename. It's super simple. Procreate is very easy to use. Okay, y'all don't know this, but I had to pause for a minute so I could take a phone call. All right, so now your next step is you're wanting to fill just this solid layer with a background. You can fill it with a background. You can fill it with color, one of your brush designs. You know, I'm going to show you a few steps of how to fill in this layer. So I'm going to go with just I'm going to go ahead and pick my color. I'm going to go with black. And what you're going to do is you're going to click this plus sign, and it puts a layer above the layer that we are working on. Now, in order for whatever you put in this layer to be on just this layer, let me give you an example. Let's go with this scatter. Okay, so if I do this with that, just like, you know, just filling in that layer, it's scattered all over top of the cross. Okay, so we're going to backtrack, and what you're going to do is you're going to click on this layer, and then you're going to click on clipping mask. Clipping mask, whatever is below your clipping mask, that is the layer that you're going to be working on. So now I'm going to go up to my brush that I created, and you can get this on my Etsy shop. It is the cow print brush. I usually keep it in the 40s over here, and this section right here is your brush size, and this is your opacity. So we're going to keep the opacity up, and I'm going to bring this down to about 40 something. Now that we have our clipping mask on, here's where the magic is. You're just going to swipe your brush across the cross, and it keeps everything inside of that layer. Procreate is a very beginner-friendly app. I think it's a one-time fee to download it for $10 or $12. I can't remember. I've had Procreate for so long. But anyways, let's move on. Now, if you want to turn your outline cross layer back on, you can now see that we have our outline, and the cow print did not affect that. Now, if you're wanting to change the color of your design inside of your cross, what you would do is you would go up here to make sure that layer is selected, make sure the clipping mask is still on, and what you're going to do is go up here, and you're going to choose a different color. You're going to do the exact same thing. You're going to swipe right over it, and it's going to keep the color on those spots. Some brushes, when you go back over with another color, it can make it look like mud and look like layers are piling up. So that just depends on what type of brush it is, what brush you're using, so on and so forth. But for this is how you will put whatever design that you have in your brush set on top of that layer with a clipping mask. Now, you can get the cow print brush on my Etsy shop, the Distress brush, the Dirty South brush, and the Hello Beautiful brush. Y'all be sure to go check out my Etsy shop and go purchase your brushes. You will also get free items, free digitals, free clip arts to do these tutorials with, and you will post them on my Facebook group. I have just started the Facebook group, so make sure you are a part of it. It is GTF Designs Procreate Tutorials. It is a private group. You must answer the questions to join and be a member of my Patreon to be a part of that group. Okay, so now that we've done this step, and if you needed to rewind, pause, anything like that, totally fine. This video will always be available to you. I just ask you, do not share it outside of the Patreon membership. It is not free for all. I am taking my time to do these tutorials to teach on Procreate beginner levels, and I am very thankful that you want to be a part of this. Okay, so now what we're going to do, hold on, let me fix my camera. Okay, don't need it shaking. Okay, so we're going to clear this layer. So you'll tap on that layer and you will hit clear. Make sure your clipping mask is still on. And then we're going to add a photo. It can be a wallpaper background, whatever you want to do. If you want to do Easter theme, if you want to do checkered theme, you can literally go on Pinterest and find wallpapers and you can save them. You can go on Google and find wallpapers and save them. You can make your own wallpaper. Whatever it is you want to do, have fun with it. So you're going to go up to this little tool right there and you're going to click Insert a Photo. Now, the photo that I'm going to use, let's see. Let's do this pretty spring flower one. Okay, now you see when you import it like that, your selector tool will be on. You will have this box around it. Make sure you are on uniform and make sure your snapping is on. And you want to make sure you keep your snapping on. That just helps you. It guides you and shows you, okay, you're in the center of the canvas. So what we're going to do is we're going to drag this out. And we're going to fill in that entire layer. Now, as you can see, the photo imported smaller than the cross. So, if you want to, make sure you select it. Click on Freeform. Freeform allows you to do all of this. It allows you to do this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to push everything together until it snaps. And these two are already snapped. Now, do I like this? No, because it pushes my flowers together. So, if you don't like what you throw in there, clear it. Find you another photo that you can import. Now, if it imports and fills the whole canvas, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to push it in however you would like it until it snaps. I don't know if this will look right being drugged down. Don't really like that. So I'm going to just push it in until I see where that purple is coming through, and I'm going to pull it up and I'm going to make sure I don't have any purple showing, because this is what I want as my background for this cross. Now, that is how you import an image into your clipping mask layer. Now, so this is something fun that I like to do. I know y'all have probably seen the little squiggly lines and the doodling and stuff like that when you are, looking on Etsy and you see these cute little, let's just make it look fun. So in your brush set, you will find under, is it inking? Yes, under inking. Now, your Procreate already comes with a bunch of brushes that are free to use. From here up are all my purchase brushes, and as well as the brushes that I've made. So we're going to go in the inking, and you're going to click on your studio pen. And your studio pen is a very, it's, the stabilization of it is really good on it. But we're going to resize this down some. And what I like to do is I like to make it look more fun and put squiggly lines on it. Just like that. Just have fun with it, whatever you want to do. Sometimes the way you hold your pencil can affect how your brushing stroke goes. So like if I was to hold it like this, it's going to do different things. But we're just going to go back over top of that and fill that in. So see how it gives it more detail? It looks a whole lot cuter. So I'm going to bring this brush down. I like to use my studio pen for having fun with outlines. You can just draw some lines. And just give it that, that look to it. Like a little messy. Do what you want with it. Have fun with it. The simple thing about Procreate is you can always do something creative. It is beginner friendly. It is very good to use. And for this tutorial, it was simple, but it gets you started on knowing how to work with layers. Now, if you wanted to group your layers, what you're going to do is you're going to take everything that is together, everything that's supposed to be together. See, the outline is by itself and then the doodling is by itself, okay? But this goes with the inner layer. So what you're going to do is you're going to swipe, and you're going to hit group. Then you're going to group these together, and we're going to rename it inner layer design. And then if you want to have the outline and the doodling together, you will click on the doodle, click on the swipe right to with the outline, group, click on or type doodle outline, and there you have it. So have fun with it, be creative. I want to see your photos on the group. If you did this, I want to see your photos on the group, and I'm going to show you how to save it. If you want to save it as a PNG without a background, turn the background off. Click this little tool up here. Click on share. Click on PNG. And then click save image. And that saves it to your iPad in your photos. If you want to save it as a file, you will click on save to files. And we're going to put tutorial cross and hit save. So I hope you all have learned something from this tutorial. I'm super excited to start this journey. I love having the opportunity to teach Procreate. There will be times where I'll mess up, and I'll just keep it on the video because I want you to see that I am not perfect, that I do mess up. I know there are people out there who do tutorials and they mess up and they don't want people to see that. No, you should see that. Everybody should see that I mess up, and it's okay. You don't have to be the greatest. Practice makes progress. Practice does not make perfect. So keep that in mind. And once you save this, let me go ahead and say this because I'm not sure if you upload it without the background onto the group, if it'll show up that good where I can see it. Be sure to have your background color on. You can change the color if you want to. Make it fun. Put your name on it. You can either write your name or you can do this. Add a layer. Click on the tool. Click on add text. And you can put your name. Hit the selector tool and drag it wherever you want to put it. And then save it as a PNG and then upload it on the group. I hope y'all enjoyed this tutorial. Until the next one, there will be a video uploaded every single day. If I do happen to have to skip a day for any reason at all, sickness, church, or any other reason that I would not be able to upload a video, I will let y'all know in the Patreon membership page. So just keep an eye out for that every day. I'm not sure what time because I have a 10-month-old who takes naps, and that's why I'm doing this right now. So he's taking his nap, and I have 3 other children in school who get off the bus at 3 o'clock Eastern time. And yeah, so it gets pretty loud in my house with 4 children. So thank y'all for supporting me. Thank y'all for trusting me to teach y'all. And as well, if you have any questions or any suggestions of anything you want to learn to do, please let me know, and I will be glad to show you.